You may have seen this going viral on any of your social media feeds. We do know that the rapper Cardi B has been on the stand testifying in a civil lawsuit.
It's the fall from superstar heights to courtroom drama. And right now, Cardi B's empire is teetering like one of her skyscraper heels on a slick Los Angeles sidewalk. We're not talking about a quick Twitter spat or some IG live rant that fans forget in a week. No, this is the kind of scandal that could make or break a legacy forever. In Alhambra, California, the spotlight isn't on a stage. It's on a courtroom where $24 million is hanging like a guillotine blade over Cardi's head. Real name, Belcalis Almanzar. She's sitting under oath, cameras flashing in her face, fans screaming her name outside, and the entire industry glued to every word. The allegations, raw, messy, and shocking enough to outdo some of her own lyrics. Picture this: Cardi, 4 months pregnant and keeping it hidden from the world, spotted in a Beverly Hills medical office hallway back in 2018. A security guard named Amani Ellis, with a spotless record, says she just blurted out, "Wow, it's Cardi B." What happened next, according to Ellis, spiraled out of control. Claims of being spit on, scratched up, and verbally attacked, all before Cardi allegedly used her celebrity power to get Ellis fired and scrub the security footage clean. Before we go deeper into this courtroom chaos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the VerseSpill family so you don't miss any of this drama. Ellis isn't just suing. She's painting a picture of panic attacks, sleepless nights, and scars you can't just block like a hater on Instagram. But Cardi's side of the story, completely flipped. She admits to a heated shouting match, chest-to-chest tension, egos clashing, but insists she never laid a finger or a nail on Ellis. In her version, this was a verbal showdown, not a physical brawl. And let's talk about the viral courtroom moments. Cardi, facing rapid-fire questions, rolling her eyes, smirking, and giving answers that are instantly turning into memes. When asked what she said during that fiery hallway confrontation, she hit them with, "I said, get out my face. Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?" That's straight rap battle energy in the middle of a trial. But the wildest clapback, when the lawyer tried pressing her about being disabled while pregnant.
From what I'm seeing on the stand, it's not really going together very well for her purpose in searching after some of these charges.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely need a lawyer who's very confident. And I think she has that, but I think everything else, I mean, you can have confidence, but you need something to support that confidence in. And it's just not playing out very well. He's having a lot of trouble in the examination.
Cardi didn't flinch. "When you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you things I can't do?" Half the gallery laughed, the internet gasped, and suddenly this case felt like half courtroom, half reality show. Here's the real weight of it all. $24 million on the line. That's not just a lawsuit. That's a full-on empire under attack. Music, fashion, endorsements, even her carefully crafted image of being glamorous, yet real, untouchable, yet authentic. One wrong verdict could bulldoze everything she built brick by brick. And every day she steps into court, the headlines aren't just about testimony, they're about the spectacle. Fans and haters alike are glued to TikToks and live streams, dissecting her every facial expression and her ever-changing parade of wigs. One day, it's a sharp black bob. The next, it's a platinum blonde masterpiece so flawless that even the opposing lawyer asked in court, "Is it real?" Cardi laughed. The internet exploded, and another meme was born. But while the internet plays wig watch, The whispers behind the scenes are far darker. And that's what's really got the rumor mill spinning. Blend Game has already rattled lawyers, but the silence from one corner is deafening. Offset, of all people, nobody thought he would disappear when the heat turned up. This is a man who built his brand on public loyalty. Always the first to pop into the comments, throw up a supportive post, or at least slide in with a sly emoji.
And it is a lawsuit. And if you read the lawsuit, I mean, according to her claim, she went through some pretty serious, some serious trauma because of this. But the way it's playing out in court just really isn't supporting that. And one thing I remember is that when I've interviewed lawyers and judges, they always say the key to success in the courtroom is preparation. And I think there's a lack of preparation from the attorney's part.
But now, crickets, no tweets, no shade, no PR lifeline. Just pure radio silence while the mother of his 3 kids fights for her career, her fortune, and maybe even her freedom. That silence is setting the rumor mill on fire. Is Offset stepping back because he's still bruised from their latest messy blow-up? Or, and here's the jaw dropper, could he actually be sliding support Imani Ellis's way behind the scenes? Maybe not directly, but whispers from ex-team members say there have been missed calls, dodged meetings, and the kind of ghosting that screams, I don't want to get subpoenaed. Remember, Cardi filed for divorce again just last year, claiming she'd been single for a while. And let's be real, these two have turned marriage into a public soap opera. One week they're breaking up on Instagram, the next they're back in bed posting couple selfies. Add accusations of cheating, paranoia, and enough social media rants to keep TMZ booked for years. And you've got chaos at its finest. Offset even claimed Cardi was stepping out during her 3rd pregnancy, while she shot back that he's obsessed with stalking her new partners like some kind of platinum card detective. And if Offset's ghosting wasn't suspicious enough, another silence is echoing through the courtroom. Stefon Diggs. Yep, Cardi's latest high-profile flame. The freshly minted New England Patriots receiver who's been parading her around like his Cinderella.
For people online, it's her emotion, it's, Cardi B being Cardi B. But from a legal standpoint, what are you thinking as you hear her description of what happened?
So I think it's somewhat of a dual-edged sword, but I think the other witnesses that testified help her out. A receptionist testified saying that she was there and didn't see any injuries on the alleged victim here. There is also a psychiatrist that said that they evaluated the alleged victim and that...
He's rented castles, splashed them across Paris Fashion Week, and even filmed the couple's workout video that nearly melted Instagram. But now, Mr. Prince Charming has gone mute. No flex posts, no support, no emojis, nothing. Is he keeping his head down to dodge becoming collateral damage in Cardi's courtroom circus? Or are we watching the start of another high-profile breakup unravel in real time? And here's why the industry is obsessed. It's not just about lawsuits or tabloid dirt. The real game is Cardi's brand. This is a woman who climbed from the Bronx strip clubs to Grammy stages, flipping every scandal into a storyline, every feud into a business opportunity. She turned drama into currency, and for years it worked. But this trial feels different. This isn't petty beef or a headline you can laugh off. These accusations paint her as someone who thinks she's above the rules. And if a jury buys that story, Cardi's street queen crown gets swapped for the label of celebrity bully. Her rivals are already circling like vultures. Sponsors are double-checking contracts, and each new headline adds another pound of pressure. But true to form, Cardi refuses to shrink. She's still serving looks, dropping teasers, and keeping her eye on the rollout of her new album, fittingly titled Am I the Drama? It's set to drop this September, and the timing is so on the nose that people are whispering, is this lawsuit part of the marketing plan? Or is life just imitating Cardi's own wildest music videos? Fans are split down the middle. Some swear Cardi is being hunted because she's too real for the industry to handle.
Keep making moves on top of moves on top of moves until the move that you make grants you to be the king. Checkmate or king.
King.
You dig what I'm saying? It's all a game. Hey, what I say? It's all entertainment, baby. It's all entertainment. It's all entertainment, ladies and gentlemen.
While others say this is karma, finally cashing in after years of her breaking rules and daring anyone to stop her. And in the middle of it all, whispers about a new pregnancy refuse to die. Despite Cardi's fiery denials, she even clapped back online. No, you silly goose. I'm just out of breath because I have asthma. But the streets don't believe it, and every oversized outfit just keeps the rumors alive. Watch her exit the courthouse. Baggy, high-waisted fits, hand hovering over her belly, walking slow like she's protecting something. Fans don't need much to start speculating, and Cardi practically handed them the script when she posted a photo caption, "But am I?" The guessing game was instantly back on.
But y'all just switching girlfriends. It's like, what is this?
What are we doing?
So I get it. Do I approve of it? Part of me is like, yeah, because I see what Offset is trying to do. He's like, yo, I gotta fight.
And let's be real. If anyone knows how to stir the pot and keep the public guessing, it's Cardi. Her latest cryptic social posts are calculated enough to make even Taylor Swift's fan base look patient. But the health talk goes deeper than baby rumors. Insiders claim complications from her last pregnancy were quietly swept under the rug. And some even hint this trial might be masking more than legal drama. 2 former assistants allege she's been slipping in and out of medical offices under the radar. Every time she leaves court, she's moving slow, like she's hiding something bigger than stress. Could this be exhaustion from the case? Or something far more serious? A private health battle she's not ready to share? The press is merciless either way. Crowds pack the courthouse daily, hoping to see more than a verdict. They're chasing the spectacle. Her wigs, her nails, her one-liners to reporters, every detail becomes headline fodder. It's less like a trial and more like a twisted reality show where the prize isn't money or roses, but survival of a reputation. Cardi jokes about her pregnancy disabling her, claps back at lawyers obsessing over her hair, and laughs off invasive questions. Every soundbite goes viral. Every eye roll becomes a meme. Yet beneath the viral circus, the stakes couldn't be higher. Fans on TikTok are asking, labels are whispering, even rivals are circling. Is this the crack in Cardi's armor? She's always turned chaos into cash, beef into brand deals, scandals into streaming numbers. But this fight feels different. If a jury believes Imani Ellis, Cardi stops being the underdog from the Bronx who beat the system and becomes the poster child for celebrity arrogance. And that's a rebrand no sponsorship can spin.
I don't like talking about my feelings because people like when you show weakness, people be like, oh, sympathy. And I feel like at first I thought they was doing it to me, but now I see they do that to every female rapper.
So you feel you can't like honestly be vulnerable because?
Yes, I'm afraid to be vulnerable because people want to say, oh, you be looking for sympathy, but
As if that pressure wasn't enough, Offset's silence hangs heavy over everything. The same man who once lived in her comment section now acts like she doesn't exist. Is his refusal to stand by her just about their messy history? Or does he know something we don't? Maybe he's playing chess while Cardi's playing checkers, waiting for the perfect moment to flip the whole game on its head. And through all of it, one thing keeps nagging. This trial isn't just about one scuffle outside a doctor's office. Ellis isn't just some random guard with a lawsuit. The deeper people dig, the less random this case looks. Ellis, who scored her security gig through state approval and later walked away to do social work, might not be the lone victim she's painted as. Former publicists and insiders whisper this feels orchestrated, like an ambush, not just a cash grab. Downtown LA is buzzing with rumors of strategy meetings and quiet campaigns, where the goal wasn't just justice for Ellis, but to finally clip the wings of a superstar who's always made the powerful uncomfortable. If that's true, the real question isn't whether Cardi shoves someone in a hallway, it's who's pulling the strings to bring her crashing down. The whispers won't quit, and they're pointing fingers everywhere. Old label rivals who still feel burned, managers Cardi ditched when she leveled up, even stylists who claim they know where the bodies are, buried. Metaphorically, of course. One veteran insider swears Ellis didn't just stumble into this lawsuit. According to him, she was approached months before filing by a so-called consultant with ties to a shady network of anti-Cardi blogs. And when you line up the timing, it's just too neat. The lawsuit dropped right after Cardi's camp managed to bury another scandal about Offset's secret club nights. Then, boom, Ellis loses her job. Footage vanishes, and suddenly she's lawyered up. It doesn't look random, it looks scripted. Almost like a Hollywood plot twist written to take her down. As testimony continues, Ellis is no longer just a guard with complaints. She's become a symbol to assistants, runners, and crew members everywhere who've been chewed up by the celebrity machine. Her claims of spitting, scratching, and verbal abuse land like a battle cry. And the $24 million price tag? That's not a slap on the wrist, that's a message. If Ellis wins, the floodgates open. Every green room meltdown, every backstage shove, every outburst caught on a cell phone suddenly becomes potential courtroom ammo. Artists everywhere are sweating bullets. The question on everyone's lips, if Ellis is the pawn, then who's the queen pulling the strings? The wildest theory comes from a former road manager who swears someone in Cardi's old circle, maybe a jealous rival, maybe a jilted exec, nudged Ellis to go public. This isn't just about money, he said. This is about making sure Cardi never gets a clean headline again. Meanwhile, her label is staying silent, which only feeds the conspiracy fires. And Ellis? Friends say she's being treated like a folk hero in certain corners of the industry. Not just a plaintiff, but a warning shot. A reminder to A-listers that the old rules don't apply anymore. But at the heart of it all, the storm keeps circling back to Cardi herself. On the surface, she's holding it down, switching wigs, throwing viral clapbacks, ducking questions with style. But insiders say behind closed doors, the cracks are showing. Friends whisper that she's more isolated than ever. Her unstoppable confidence chipped away by endless court days and a flood of DMs demanding answers she can't give. She's juggling it all at once. This brutal trial, a fiery new fling with Stefon Diggs, and the never-ending roller coaster of co-parenting with Offset, while raising 3 kids who have no idea why their mom looks drained every morning. Even her creative partners are worried. Missed calls, last-minute cancellations, midnight texts that sound more panicked than powerful. One confidant described her bluntly. She's in survival mode, performing but not really there. Her stylists say the glam we see in court is for the cameras only. Once she's home, it's silence and solitude. Paparazzi shots show her slipping out of court, sunglasses glued to her face, body language heavy. The self-proclaimed queen of fashion and drama now looks like she's carrying a weight no couture suit can cover. And it's bleeding into the music. Her upcoming album, Am I the Drama, was supposed to be her victory lap, a triumphant reminder of why she still owns the throne. But instead, the rollout risks being swallowed whole by scandal. Producers who once chased her for features are suddenly busy. Sponsors are hedging their bets. Even fans who once defended her through everything are starting to wonder if their queen can survive yet another storm. For the first time in years, doubt hangs over Cardi B's future, not just as a rapper, but as a brand. Fame has always been a balances act, but now she's tiptoeing a tightrope between personal crisis and public persona. Rumors of pregnancy, health scares, breakups, and betrayal swirl around her like a hurricane. And the question lingers louder than ever. Is Cardi B fighting to stay on top, or just fighting to hold it all together? Cardi's clapback about being 30 weeks pregnant wasn't just a joke. It was a warning shot straight at fans and critics who won't give her a second of privacy. Those closest to her say she's tightening her circle, locking out anyone who might leak stories or snap the wrong photo. And while Stefon Diggs was supposed to be her fairy tale escape, his sudden silence online leaves Cardi facing the wolves alone. That Paris fantasy, the castle, the crocodiles, the royal bathrooms, looked like a love story on Instagram. But insiders claim the cracks are already spreading behind the scenes. Friends whisper Cardi's nervous Diggs might not stick around, especially with his NFL season on the line. It was fun at first, one insider said, but who wants to get dragged into a headline war with Offset and the music press? What started as a romance distraction is quickly morphing into another stress point. Meanwhile, her divorce battle with Offset keeps spilling into the streets of social media. Their latest ex back and forth was pure chaos. Cardi demanding he sign the papers now, Offset clapping back with custody threats, each one accusing the other of chasing clout and drama instead of co-parenting. It's turned toxic. Fans who once hoped for reconciliation are now rubbernecking at the wreck, wondering who will humiliate the other first. And in this climate, every nightclub sighting, every throwaway caption, every eye emoji becomes a grenade waiting to blow. The days of privacy are gone. Every move is content. Every rumor is cash. And the audience is hooked on chaos like it's a new Netflix season. But zoom out, and it's bigger than just one fight in a Beverly Hills hallway. This trial is exposing a bigger question. Can the same machine that builds pop superstars also destroy them when they stop playing by the rules? Today is Cardi, tomorrow it could be anyone. The $24 million lawsuit is just a number on paper. The real stakes are about control, power, and how much scandal one brand can carry before the whole house of cards falls apart. And here's the kicker. Rumors say more lawsuits are lining up. Lawyers for other ex-staffers are circling, watching this case like hawks. If Ellis even gets a fraction of her demand, it'll open the door for every past altercation, every snatched phone, every angry backstage blow-up to walk right into court. The legal world smells blood, and they're eager to make Cardi the example. Behind the curtain, brands are already writing escape clauses in case they need to cut ties. The music industry is whispering, watching, and waiting. Fans, they're torn. Some rooting for the comeback, others betting on the implosion. Because if Cardi somehow survives this, it'll crown her untouchable, the comeback of comebacks. But if she falls, the ripple will hit every label, every star, every sponsor. Proof that nobody is safe from the grinding gears of scandal. And make no mistake, the vultures are circling. Former friends ready to cash in with stories, rivals sharpening knives, opportunists waiting for the slip. If Cardi falters, the feeding frenzy will be merciless. Now, as the trial hits fever pitch in that Alhambra courtroom, it's crystal clear. This stopped being about one 2018 hallway fight a long time ago. It's about raw power, reputation, and a dangerous chain reaction pulling everyone in Cardi's orbit toward the undertow. If Ellis wins, the floodgates open. If Cardi escapes, she sets a precedent that could make celebrities double down harder than ever. So here's the million-dollar question. Is Cardi B about to pull off the greatest comeback since the hologram of Tupac lit up Coachella? Or are we witnessing the countdown to her biggest implosion yet? The world is watching, and nobody's sure which way this story ends. Will Offset keep playing the quiet game, or is he waiting to drop receipts that could flip this entire case upside down? And what about Imani Ellis? Is she the people's hero, or just a pawn in a much bigger chess match? The only thing more unpredictable than this trial is what's left standing when the smoke finally clears. So now it's your turn. Do you think Cardi B's reign is crumbling for good? Or is she about to flip this script and turn her enemies into fuel for another legendary run? Is she still the queen of hip hop? Or is it finally time for someone new to take the crown? Drop your boldest takes in the comments below. Smash that like, share with your people, and make sure you're subscribed to VerseSpill, because trust us, the wildest twist in this saga is always the one nobody sees coming. Until next time, keep your tea hot and your notifications on. We'll be watching, and so should you.